Okay, a wonderful evening to you all, fellow great minds and fellow wonderful unit heads leaders who are on this very platform, who are dared themselves work assiduously and so heartily to raise funds, and we are joyously hoping and hopefully registered as cluster owners and sponsors. Indeed, I owe you every explanation, and indeed, I owe you a very strong apology. I repeat, I owe you a very strong apology. And on this, I'm begging you, pleading with you to just forgive me for not coming up until now. I'm really sorry, and I repeat, I'm really sorry about the whole stuff. For sure, I remained your coordinator as far as the St Rita program is concerned. You all knows my names. Victor Ngare Modi is my name. I've not changed my name and will remain never to change my name. It is only death that will do so. I welcome you to this very moment. I really want to pour my heart with you. I want to express myself to you all. And today, you are going to bear me witness, just like I have always treat with you carefully. Mark my words today. Today is a Sunday, being 9th of July, still in the new calendar year 2023. Time check is about 7 on the dot, 7 p.m. on the dot. I've chosen to speak with you. There are so many salient issues I intend to address, and I should have lay low, but due to persistent call, summertime from the late hours of the night, some of you who has my number are calling to begin to ask what is really going on because of insinuations you may have heard somewhere regarding St Rita disbursing tomorrow, St Rita disbursing today, St Rita haven't disbursed or must have started disbursement yesterday or thereabout. Well, I have chosen to talk to you. I owe you that explanation, and I'm giving you my word. But today, I also want to say, whatsoever I say here, go and say it anywhere. I'm going to stand to defend it. Make this voice note if you so choose to go anywhere. And when I'm called, I have my facts, I will stand to defend it. I'm not speaking to you, and I'm not going to say, keep it here. No, I won't restrict you to that extent. If you so choose, share it. It doesn't bother me to anything. Now, I want to really address an issue here. Sometime, some weeks back, or probably that should be like the second week of last month of June, you may have seen some miscreant information, some unrealistic information from a ghost, wherever, you know, circulating around, asking coordinators of St Rita Grant to go and collect a 3,000 naira from every unit head and a so-called passport and a national ID card and sent. Look, I wasn't ready. I was never ready. And even till date, until tomorrow, I'm not going to give a damn to such shit. Believe you me, I'm not going to give a damn to such shit by this time. Right? St. Rita or Mr. Rita or Madam Rita, to be very candid with you, my fellow great minds, we don't know the gender of this human being. We don't know the gender of this human being. Whether it is a she or it is a he. We don't know who we have been dealing with for 2 years now running. We don't know. That is the fact. Secondly, let me also put it across to you all, to your knowledge, that we do not know the official address of this self-acclaimed organization. We don't know her office. One, she purported a certain office to be in Lagos. We've done our part to locating that address. It is nowhere to be found. Maybe it is under a lagoon. That is the only place no one want to take risks to go under the lagoon because you won't survive it. Two, a purported address in Port Harcourt. Even our fellow coordinators who are resident in Port Harcourt don't know where this address is located. Maybe it should be inside Eleme IC or Kene or Ne IC. That is why it is not located. These are two incidents that has caught my fancy, and I'm beginning to tread with caution with such a person. Number three, to cut your fancy, that since we began risking our life to canvass for St. Rita and have mobilized millions of nairas to her, none of us have ever spoken with her on phone. That might surprise you. Right? None of us have ever spoken with her on phone. None of us have been able to speak with the secretary on phone. That arrogant human being, a young girl that was not well trained, wasn't well cultured in her home. That is it. It has always been a WhatsApp chat and all sort of things. Whenever they choose to respond, they respond shabbily as they could. Though that is how limited in their knowledge they are. So these criteria should be enough for us to begin to retrace our step. Who and what are we really doing? I know so many other coordinators are not sensitive about these areas. But me, for one, they say once bitten, twice shy. And I've been bitten once, I've been bitten twice on the ground of the fear of unknown. But I think this time, no way. My body, please, has received enough beating from the grand handlers. And I'm not ready for anybody to beat me again as far as it has to do with grant in this country. Count me out. So, friends, I am here to address you on what has been going on for some weeks now, close to a month. The issue all started when, right? It all started sometime in March or so, right? Let me say on March 14th, 2023. That was when St. Rita brought up a purported message that we should coordinate our unit heads to pay another 3,000. Right? No, not 3,000 rather. Very sorry. He asked us to pay 10,000 naira. Right? For what you call a disbursement authority on March 14. And mind you that before this time, there have been issues when she came up that CBN asked her to pay, is it 1 billion naira? Look, that thing took me a whole lot of time. I said I was never going to ask any of my group to pay that money. It was calls and calls here and there, right? Some persons, we rubbed mine and they said, Victor, whichever way, you cannot really tell. Well, put it on the platform. Whoever that is willing, let them do so. And that was how it took me almost over 1 month for me to bring that information. Luckily, yeah, some of you responded, and while some did not, but the whole monies that was raised as required, we raised that money and we paid that money. How much? One put together was 105,000 that we paid. Each coordinator paid. That was what we raised and paid. 85,000, and it came up to say whether disbursement ID card 20,000, put together 105,000. We paid that money. Brethren, like it will be addressed in the church. Lo and behold, we've been going round in the circle until today. Nothing has been done. Outside that, St Rita put up a disbursement date to be in February, or let me say disbursement period to be in February 2023. Second week of February, on the 7th, I remember, of February, I put up a chat to her and I said, Madam, this is coming up. How are we going to meet? I asked her that question because I've suggested to her that we are beginning to have doubt towards her. We want her to have a facial meeting with us. Because of that security threat within that period of time, I suggested to her to hold a visual meeting with alternate measures. Use Facebook Live or use WhatsApp and all of these things. I suggested to her. She brought to our platform and it was like a vote. People voted that it should be a facial meeting, and she said she was going to get across to us. Till today, St Rita went submarined like a Navy ship. We never had anything from her, only for her to swim up the seashore again and came up with the issue of whatsoever. Rice disbursement or rice whatsoever. And I was like, I live in Asaba, very close to Onitsha. There's no part of the country where food commodities will be as cheaper as it is in Onitsha. So why should I contribute money for rice to who I don't know? How is my rice going to come to me? My friends, so people contributed this money. Look, till today, nobody see a penny, a ghost of rice, nobody saw it. And they tell you now the truth. People contributed, she collect, she hide. She went a wall again and came up with that silly demand in March 14th that we should pay another round of 10,000 for whatsoever stupid name she calls it. It is a disbursement authority. Fine and good. I took it to the private wall of the secretary and asked, please, we have just finished paying a whooping sum of 105,000. How comes this? What the secretary responded to me was that that is the request that is coming from the CEO's desk. I said, okay, no problem. Thank you for your kind response. I took it back to her and engaged her in a chat, right? I engaged her in a chat. That is it. I engaged her in a chat. Seriously. Still on that March 14, I engaged her in that chat and asked, she should tell me what disbursement authority is. She kept mute. I chatted her and reminded her that we are the coordinators that have worked tirelessly to mobilize people on the ground of trust. We've paid our monies. We have your ID cards. We have your branded t-shirt. Is this not an authority to us that we are partners with this organization? She kept mute. She never responded. I reminded her that we have paid a certain amount of money that you asked us to pay. Oh, guess what? St Rita said she cannot remember asking us to pay such amount of money. I said, what? What are you talking about? I went further to break it down to her. She said she cannot remember asking us to pay anything. I engaged her, and lo and behold, she came out boldly to say she's not aware. I said, oh, you are not aware. What did I do? Ranging from that 14th, 15th, and 16th of March 2023, I went down to our coordinators platform and pulled all the messages she posted and her secretary regarding the monies we paid. St Rita still went on to deny that the account we have been paying that money to does not belong to her, so she knows nothing about, and went on to say it is only this 10,000 that she is aware and she has ever asked of. I said, all right, what can we do, madam? I suggested to her, I said, if you are sure of what you're saying, please come boldly to the coordinators platform and say, one of the coordinators have revealed to you that you guys have been paying money, right, that I never asked for. I have my proof of chat with her on my WhatsApp. Please, I'm not just trying to castigate her for no reason. I don't know her from anywhere. She doesn't know me from Adam. What has brought us, or what should have brought us together as it stands, is just this grant. So it is my mind I'm speaking, and heaven bears me witness that I'm not just making a fictitious stories about this person. Let her write. Since that 16th of March that we communicated last till today, St Rita has never responded. Right? She has never responded. And I said, okay, you see that money? I will not pay. Many of our coordinators, yes, who love collecting as it has always been, they went, they paid that money. But that one, concern me, my brethren. Concern me. The fact is that I stood my ground that I was never going to pay. It wasn't quite long. She created a platform and we were all there, blah, 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 all said and done, talk shit, talk that, talk left and right, blah. I mean, all those hair, cut and nail, carpentry, English and whatsoever, welding English, welding languages here and there. Well, would they read and would they laugh? Would they go? Believing say, well, money, no language. Money, no tribe. But lo and behold, would they see them, if they waka pass us? Would they look, if they waka they pass us? So when it comes to this issue, the recent issue that we should ask our coordinators, unit heads to do what? To pay 3,000. It is a shit development. It is an illicit development. I was never going to do that. Let me still surprise you. At a certain time, St Rita told us that her elder sister died. It is on record. We have it as information there that some persons who volunteered, who supported her financially, right, and all sort of things. She promised she was going to disclose the address of where the burial funeral was going to hold, or ceremony was going to hold. Till today she did not. Those who risked themselves and went to trace, my brother, them, are they tell una here. Some coordinators have also even disclosed that they took the risk. Some went to Bayelsa to find out. They don't know anywhere. Some went to Port Harcourt to find out. The information we got is that they could not trace anywhere. That is on record too. So this issue of a 3,000, those who have decided to go on the ground that yes, they will benefit from it. Me, I'm just informing you today that I will not ask any one of you anymore to pay a dime to a ghost. I will not ask any one of you to pay a dime. I've gotten calls from some of you asking me what is my stand, and I stood my ground to say, with other compatriots of my coordinators too, who have said enough should be enough, I will not ask any one of you to do so. St Rita is not feasible. St Rita is not a genuine person. St Rita is not traceable. St Rita is not located anywhere. St Rita is a WhatsApp gram. St Rita is a WhatsApp human being. The day she decides to change her network provider, that is only when our all eyes will be clear that she has gotten enough from our hands. Nobody knows her color from anywhere. That is the truth. So please, none of you should panic. As far as St Rita is concerned, I mobilize. I have my records that I mobilize. I partner with her or with him. He, she, or she, he. I partner with such a person. I partner with such an organization. My records are there. If she pays today, she go pay me. She dare not. Very many of us who have stood that this will not continue, we will hunt her out when the time comes. We're already investigating her personality. We're already investigating who she is. And let her be ready to face the wrath of this land. Tioba don't do her jamboree. Wish him day to day. That is how it will go across every one of them. Right? And I'm speaking knowing fully too well what I am assured of. The All Grand Pressure Group, for sure. Those guys, sure. They're doing a wonderful work. Though I should be supporting them financially. But just that, when I know my own game, now one man show. Right? I'm not like some other persons that they come on the platform and began to converse. No. Right? I will do my very best as I can to supporting those guys. The fight, they will take that fight to every one of these fictitious grant handlers in this country. And we will all go there. I will be very happy today if Theobald is jailed for life. I will be also very happy today if when the time comes, St. Rita or whoever, Mr. Rita or Mrs. Rita is jailed for life. I will be very happy. And that is my prayers. For whoever have tortured Nigeria mentally, psychologically, emotionally, the trauma we are faced with, these beings will not go scot-free. Nemesis, a retrospective punishment awaits them. Today, tomorrow, it's not too late. Except they come out and make a retribution, right? Or a restitution. If they cannot even pay all, make a confessional statement to Nigerians that please forgive us. That is when they can go scot-free. If not, they will be tormented. Even in their grave, they won't have peace for this that they've done to Nigeria. So St Rita is one of those persons. So don't expect me to come and ask you to pay money to a ghost. I will not do so. So that is why I have kept quiet. And let me tell you, again and again, this person is a professional peddler. This woman or this man called Rita is a professional scammer. Did you know what? How many grants has she gotten herself involved? I knew about her through Innovation Grant. That is when I knew about this human being. Where is Innovation Grant today? Yes. She's always going to bring programs that are outside the shore of this country. Innovation Grant, Liberia. Me, I register. How much? For me and my wife who get unit. Did you know how much thousand I lost there? Courtesy of this spirit, this evil-hearted being. Atlanta Grant, what happens? He crippled from there, crawl, find her way into what? Liberation. Yes, liberation. After we have done our St Rita program, she collected monies from us for liberation. My dear, may I pay to her. Till today, look, fellow great minds, I can't tell you how much time St Rita lied to us on our coordinators platform that they started disbursement. The language she was using was that dispatchment of funds. She's happy that funds have begun dispatchment. She's happy that blah, 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 blah. How many times she lied to us that they started paying liberation? Till today, who and where was liberation paid? That woman is not a sincere human being. She's not. She skipped from there and entered Midwest. Look, let me still put it across to you. I private chatted St Rita. I asked him or her whether Madam Oga, now you, they handle Midwest. She or he denied that she's not the person. She's not the person, because I don't know her gender. That the person saying Nobian, that she's not or he is not the person handling Midwest. Now, Midwest is coordinated from France. Yes, Midwest actually was a journey program that ran outside the shore of Nigeria. It was a French program. You know, when criminals want to steal, they go extra mile. They employ people to search the internet. And this is what this woman have been doing. She has people that search the internet for her. If not, she's not thorough. She has people that search internet for her. They will download voices, programs outside and brings it. And let me still tell you all. After Midwest, what happens? St Rita brought about, Dorothy Grant. She canvassed for Dorothy Grant, and make announcement that Dorothy Grant has started payment. Till today, who Dorothy Grant paid everywhere in Nigeria, please find out who benefited from the Dorothy Grant. Bomatic Grant came up again. She was coming up with those things. You will leave your programs that you are spearheading and go and begin to canvass for other programs. You left St Rita, carry liberation for head, left St Rita, carry Dorothy for head, left St Rita, carry Bomatic for head. Innovation was there. These are programs that you chested. What happens to it? Because she was busy believing that yes, people have trust on her, we will always fall a prey. So she used us to gain her rentage. She used us to gain her family upkeep. She used us to dress herself. And she claimed to be a lawyer. Are you sure a barrister will get herself risked in this kind of a manner? And you don't fear of your identity, of your integrity? She must not be a barrister. She must not be a lawyer. If she is a ghost lawyer who doesn't have fear for attack. She doesn't. Who among you also knew too well that St Rita also came up and advertised Bayelsa state government grant? Were you guys aware? I am from Cross River. Why should I participate in Bayelsa state government grant? St Rita came up with that. How many times? Who among you was aware that St Rita also came up with a certain grant called the Buhari Contribution for Buhari Grant? Hey, now that one, when I say I'm a laugh, I say contribute. You know, there's how you want to lie. When you are filled with the spirit of lie, when you are filled with the devil's lies, look, summertime, you don't even believe that you are lying. You know, this is what has happened to this careless human being. Yes, she said contribution for Buhari. Look, let me surprise you. I joined that platform. The stupid secretary called Miracle deleted me from the platform. Why? Because by this time I have questioned Madam about the whole of the shit stuff that was going on, about the so-called payment of 10,000 for disbursement authority. That she cannot define what a disbursement authority is, and her madam cannot define, or her oga cannot define what disbursement authority is. I'm not going to shy away from speaking to you guys. This is the truth of the matter. Contribution for Buhari grant. Today Buhari don't go. People will foolishly follow him. Where the Buhari grant? Buhari don't go. Buhari has gone. A monster who wanted to kill us all. He is gone. Where is the Buhari disbursement grant? Today, as I speak with you, St Rita has still come out again to announce that Remi Tinubu, her organization, St Rita Allen Foundation whatsoever, not St Rita Foundation, no, St Rita Allen Foundation, has been selected, you know, to do what? To disburse Remi Tinubu Women and Children Empowerment Program whatsoever. Tinubu wife for here. How many days? Today. Where they push themselves from wherever enter. 9 on the disbursement. So you can now see how mean this woman is. That she's leveraging on our weaknesses to continue to swindle us. Now my sorrow and our sorrows, that is what she is collecting. The people's sorrow. Because when it will start boomeranging on her, she will seek help and probably will not even remember that maybe this is that what she has done is what is now coming back to her. She may never remember. People don't know. Pains they incurred upon themselves. So please, I'm simply saying this to tell us that St Rita program is a failed project. It is a failed what project? She's all of these guys, some of our coordinators who went behind to show solidarity to her and are paid. What has happened? June don't finish. July today is 9. Tomorrow, by God's grace, is 10. And this is how we are counting. 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 July will finish. If St Rita disburses anything within this month of July, and even some days back, or next month or whatsoever. Let us watch on how it goes. But I pray he does. She's owing you. She's owing me. Or he is owing you. And he is owing me. Because I collected monies from you and I gave it to her. The same account number that she denied that it is not her account number. That is the same account number that she's painting around for people to pay the same thing. Can you see stupidness? For crying out loud, why are some of our coordinators not reasonable enough? Why are we not reasonable enough? Look, even if I'm to ask you to pay the 3,000 naira, my brother, not be 3,000 you go pay to me. You know what? I go charge you. If care is not taken, you still pay that 5,000. Or you go pay 4,500. Shebi I go do typing work. Whatsoever, you are hearing, say print forms or whatsoever. All of these things are just to tell you this was the same thing that Liberation did. People scampered up and down collecting passport and ID card, blah, 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 blah. Today, wham! So to me, I'm beginning to agree to a certain V note I heard last year when somebody was saying Liberation, Bomatic, Dorati, and all of these stuffs, they are a syndicate scheme from Rivers women, Port Harcourt women. That was how it was started. It is a syndicate scheme. To cut the whole story short, keep your cool. I don't want any one of you to fall a victim. The one we have fallen is okay. I will not ask you for anything whatsoever to collect money to somebody whom I don't know about. Look, of a truth, if anything happens today, it is me you will hold responsible. And this is why it has always been my earnest desire. I wish Theobald was a realistic program. I would have refunded all your monies. That 5,000 you paid, right? It is 5,000 we were asked to collect, and then we remitted 4,000. He asked us to use 1,000 for our logistics. That is the truth of the matter. And it is the same 5,000 you paid to. I wish Theobald was a realistic project. I would have refunded all your 5,000 naira and stay with my mind calm. Because till tomorrow, I'm still feeling indicted that I have involved myself in a crime. I've involved myself in a fraud. That is the truth of the matter. That is how I feel. Though it wasn't intentional, we all feel that it was a realistic project. But lo and behold, it is the same dance around the circle as it has always been. Today, we're talking about UAAG. Sincerely speaking, I didn't participate in the UAAG project, but I only mobilized data and submitted. Whatsoever, if UAAG pays today, if UAAG pays tomorrow, I'm telling you, whoever as a unit leader, a unit head, under my watch for the St Rita project, I will refund your 5,000 naira to you. I bet you. God keeps me alive and make it work for UAAG project to come real. I will refund all of your monies to you. Then I can beat my hand on the chest and say, I am free. Because for the now, I'm not free. That is it. If you decide to arrest me tomorrow, you can do so. Because you paid money into my account. And that's the truth about it. But some of us as coordinators, we're not thinking within this perspective that we have put ourselves in the line and we can be sentenced to prison. Right? We can. Our unit head can team up today and make a case, and we will go in for it. I don't want that. So hence, I'm telling you today, I've counted myself out from asking any one of you to pay money as regards St Rita. Please, I can say it and I can say it again. St Rita is a fraud. And except he come up to disburse, that is when she can prove me wrong. If not for the now, until tomorrow, it is a fraud. He is a fraud. She is a fraud. There's no two about that. I've just discovered that on this platform, yes, she's here as an admin too. I've just also discovered that even the admin, the secretary, have left the platform. Why are you leaving the platform? Why are you leaving the platform? So this will begin to tell you, if there's any person who has been seen as their enemy, look, I am the person, and I accept it in good faith. Nothing. They no go do me nothing. If you are bold enough, if I ask you a question, come out. They say, he who sits on the table of equity, you must go to that table with what? With clean hands. So I am asking her, because she can't accuse me tomorrow and say, you for coordinators, when you, how much did you collect? My coordinators are here, my unit heads are here. If I collected more than 5,000 naira from you, as she asks us to collect, say it out. That is when I will be indicted. But none of you paid more than 5,000 to me, bro. None of you paid more than 5,000 to me. A whole lot of you that are saying, yes, Victor, come and say it, who wants to pay? Look, don't pay. If you want to pay, don't pay. And if you choose that you want to pay, contact her and pay to her so that you don't ask me tomorrow. Remove me from this as far as now and now is concerned. I'm not going to be a party to this repeated extortion in disguise again and again. So let me stop here, please. Take your time. I know I've taken much more of your time. Take your time to listen and dissect this voice note. If you term it to be my own concern, so be it. But I wish you take it that it is also your concern. This scam must stop, and it is high time it stop. If we cannot stop it, it will continue. Don't tell me that the grand handlers will realize and stop it. No, it is an adventure for them. A good, a lucrative business they have found. Who is to pay a grant? Them to us or we to them? Right now, it is we that is paying them a grant. And I don't pay, I don't tire. I no go pay again. Shikena. I come in peace. Thank you so much.